So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Kick it.
Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
1, 2, you get a mic, you get a mic, you get a mic. Do you know what to do with this mic?
Yes.
Okay, let's go then.
Yes.
Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the LaTangela Show podcast. You know, it does my heart well when I can get family and friends in the hot seat and on the tan line. And this is your first trip to the madhouse, but just promise it will not be your last.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm looking forward to more opportunities.
Absolutely. And the work that you're doing, it has been an ongoing task of yours. You always put your best foot forward and do it for the right reasons and to help others and to encourage others to do their part. Now, today we have none other than the Elma Stewart Allen. And when I tell you legendary in all things greatness, that's who she is. As we are approaching 2025 Women's Health Week, tell me a little bit about the week and your position and why is this so important to you?
Well, let me start by saying, yes, I am Elma Stewart Allen. I'm the president and founder of the Louisiana Center for Health Equity. And we are a nonprofit organization that's based in Baton Rouge, but we are statewide and we are celebrating 15 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That in and of itself is a milestone, especially during these tough times.
Yes.
And so we are actually celebrating our 13th year of Women's Health Week. So we celebrate that week in conjunction with the National Women's Health Week. So this is a national observance. And it kicks off on none other than Mother's Day.
I love
so
it.
That week is really just all about women and women's health and women taking care of ourselves and speaking up for ourselves, advocating for ourselves and our families and our communities. And so we participate in that here in Louisiana by having and hosting several different activities.
And that's important. Now that you're saying that we're doing this the entire week, you've been doing this for some time, and there's a lot that comes across your desk. Talk about some of the things that you're filling the gap and that void for.
Well, one of the things is that, Louisiana isn't the healthiest state. We all know that. We're really literally the least healthiest state in the country.
Yeah.
And women tend to be at the bottom. So women in Louisiana rank very low as compared to our other states. And so we decided a few years ago, to make women's health a priority.
Absolutely.
And so that's why we've been hosting these events to help empower women, teach women about how to take care of ourselves. This self-care piece is very important because if we don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of our children, our families.
Yeah.
We are the backbone, and so
Absolutely.
we have to take care of us first. It's like on the airplane, they tell you put your mask on first,
and then help those sitting next to you.
Yes, our mask on first. Take good care of ourselves. And so we 3 years ago, 2022. Yeah, that's 3 years. We advocated for and got an Office on Women's Health in Louisiana.
Nice.
So Louisiana is one of a handful of states that actually, in the whole United States, that actually has an Office on Women's Health.
Wow.
And so we're still really literally celebrating that major accomplishment.
And that is a major accomplishment. It's almost like that's something that should be understood, and you don't have to go to the drawing board to fight for that. But knowing that we do, we should fight even harder to be a part of it and push that initiative forward. And Sunday, when we're kicking it off for Mother's Day and we're highlighting all of the self-care and the awareness and even some of the resources, what are some of the things that we should prepare to say, okay, this is going to be an ongoing task for us. It's not just going to be a 1 week situation.
So with regards to women's health, we have an initiative called LA 40 by 2030, which I'm wearing my lovely button here, which is an ongoing initiative where people can get involved and get connected in this broader movement. Basically, it's a movement for us to become a healthier state, a healthier nation, but it starts here with us at home and us individually. So that's one way to get involved, and there's information about that on our website at www.la40, I'm sorry, .la Health Equity. If you just Google LA 40 by 2030, you can find it. So that's one way to get connected, to share your own personal stories, to let us know what you would like to do, how you would like to be involved, but get connected through that venue, because that is where we are really doing the work in terms of steering and moving this overall initiative, of which women's health is one of the main pillars
Yes.
of that initiative.
And pushing our community forward for all of the right reasons. I see that you have some heavy hitters that's hitting this stage in this panel. When you start talking about cancer among women in Louisiana, this webinar, it speaks volumes in just the name itself. We're faced with this more often than not.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about this initiative and how can we get involved with this?
So yes, cancer is among the conditions that women in Louisiana experience high prevalence of, and rates in comparison, again, to our peers. We know that we have many environmental concerns. But I want to just say that we have, like you said, some heavy hitter speakers. Our featured speaker is Dr. Shichin Hung, who is with the Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center in Buffalo, New York. And she is an expert, and they are doing some work, some studies, actually some research that includes Louisiana.
Yeah.
And so she's going to be sharing some of the findings of the research, and it's really connected to stress and the prevalence of cancer.
Wow.
And there
Directly correlated.
There seems to be a correlation between stress among women and cancer incidences among women. We also have Lauren Manis-Callow and Lisa Moses from the Louisiana Tumor Registry. And those two ladies are program managers in that program. They have data, lots of data. They collect data on the cases.
Right.
They get them from the healthcare providers themselves. So when you're diagnosed, your provider has to report to the state that there is a positive test for cancer and what type of cancer it is and all that. So they have a lot of information.
And data is very important, because women lie, men lie, but numbers will not lie.
Absolutely.
And when you have those numbers looking at you in your face, we have to then begin to do something different. We have to start asking different questions and looking for different results. So now that you're holding everybody accountable to provide the data, to provide the resources and some wraparound services, now we're also going to end up on the steps of the state capitol, and we're going in asking some hard questions and expecting some answers.
Yes. I do want to just say real quickly, though, that another thing with regards to the cancer webinar that we have 3 speakers who are going to be speaking about their own lived experiences, which I think is very, very important too, because we can learn so much from them, and each one had a different experience.
Yeah, that's transparency that heals.
So please tune in for that webinar. It's going to be on Tuesday evening on through Zoom, and so it's 6:30 to 8 o'clock.
I love it.
You can find all of these events on Eventbrite if you just Google Women's Health Week.
Yes, and then we're making a field trip to the state capitol with you
on Wednesday. Yes, we are so excited. I should have said at the beginning that Governor Jeff Landry has proclaimed that week, which is actually next week, starting on Mother's Day this Sunday, as Women's Health Week in Louisiana.
That's very good. So very good.
Starting May 10th, Mother's Day, the governor has declared this as Women's Health Week in Louisiana. So we will be taking that trip down to the state capitol on Wednesday.
Yes.
To be on the 4th floor with the governor's office, with the Office on Women's Policy, and other partners, many other partners who will be there with us. And we've invited the public. It's free. You do have to register because space is limited. Seating is limited. So you have to register. But we will be there, and we will be hearing from some really expert speakers also.
Yeah.
We're going to be hearing from Nisha Rose Davidson, who is the Assistant Director at the Tulane University's Mary Amelia Center for Women's Health Equity Research.
Very good.
So we're hearing from all perspectives. We're hearing from the research perspective, we're hearing from the policy perspective, and then we're also hearing from people from the lived experience, hearing from survivors in this instance, because this year we're really lifting up cancer among women.
That's very important. And the work that you do, it does not go unseen. We appreciate you. And I want you to think of this as an extension of your office. So as you have things going on, because this is just being celebrated for the week, but it's an ongoing situation that's being lived every single day.
Absolutely.
And we want to be a part of that movement with you.
Thank
So I
you.
see you got that LA 40 by 2030. That sounds like a challenge. And I love a good challenge.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so we're going to talk about that, and we got us a whole campaign rolling off of that.
Absolutely.
We're gonna kick it in gear. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's say less.
We're ready.
Now, all you have to do is log on Eventbrite. You can do the search. You can pull up. Now, I know they're starting on Sunday. It rolls through the entire week. And when Miss Alma shows up, she shows out. So there's something going on that Sunday, that Monday, that Tuesday, that Wednesday, that Thursday, that Friday, that Saturday. And she might finish the week on the next Sunday. So again, what's that website?
So if you go on Eventbrite, just actually Google Eventbrite Women's Health Week, and it will actually literally pull up all of the events. I do want to emphasize self-care too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Monday evening, we have a free self-care. All of the events are free and open to the public. Registration is required. But on Monday, we have a self-care and wellness day. And honestly, ladies, if you can't make it to anything else, because this is after work hours, so it's going to kick off about 5:30. So please come out and just network, let's be pampered, take care of ourselves, learn some new tools to put in our toolkit to help us, because we do know that stress is detrimental to our health.
It is.
It affects our health in so many ways. And as I said a few minutes ago, you're going to learn at the webinar that there's a relationship between stress and cancer.
That's stressful just hearing that.
Yes.
Because it's true. It's so true.
Yes.
You know, and it's a reminder that we all need. Did you get your steps in today? Mental, physical, spiritual, and every day those steps will look different.
Yes.
Stress, it comes at you in different ways. And the way that you handle it, it's not going to be some cookie cutter. It's not what works for Emma may not work for Tane.
That's right.
You know, because I got to
We're
go
all
outside and hit this punching bag from time to time. And some days it might be in the kitchen cooking some of my grandmother's favorite recipes.
Absolutely.
or picking up her Bible instead of my own.
Mhm.
You know, but you have to know how to identify that.
Take care of yourself.
We got to learn to identify our triggers. And then we have to stay on top of our routine checkups.
Yes.
We make sure everybody else gets to theirs.
Absolutely.
But are we going ours?
And just you said it, you hit the nail on the head when you said mind, body, and spirit, because that's what it's really all about. And the one that we tend to neglect the most is our spirit.
Yeah.
And we have to take that time. And that does take time for us to just reflect and meditate and pray and just be in a space where we can be rejuvenated and refreshed.
It's important.
It's important. So ladies, don't feel guilty about taking time for yourself. We deserve it and we need it.
You deserve it. Do you hear me?
Yes.
You deserve it. You just
it.
walk up to a random woman today and say, you deserve
You
it.
deserve it.
Pamper yourself.
Self-care. You deserve it.
Absolutely. I want you to log on and make sure that you're joining the movement. Thank you for all of your hard work and your dedication for being who you are. Emma Stewart Allen in the hot seat on the tan line. No tears in the radio. She survived the podcast.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I know you have more work to do, so I'm going to let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Thank you so much. And I love you back. And thank you for having me on the show today.
Anytime.
Thank you.